overview of functional testing. Overview of functional testing. See, general topic, functional testing. Okay, first one, what is functional testing? What is functional testing? Madhavi, what is functional testing?
To verify the components are working as per expected.
Okay.
And if it satisfies all the business rules.
Okay. Okay. Say, less clarity. Observe my explanation. What is functional testing? Verifying a component or system's functionality with respect to functional requirements. Verifying a component or system's functionality. Observe. Verifying a component or system. See, system has several meanings, but in our scenario, general meaning is system means computer hardware and software. That is general meaning. In our scenario, system means AUT, application under test. See, verifying a component or system's functionality with respect to functional requirements. With respect to functional requirements. Functional requirements. Say, meaning functional testing can be applied on units also. Functional testing can be applied on individual components and on integrated system. Okay, forget about this component functional testing. Our area is system testing. Okay, next, one more important category also there. Functional testing. Next, non-functional testing also there. For example, performance testing is non-functional testing. Reliability testing is non-functional. Next, configuration testing. Next, usability testing. Availability testing. Localization testing. All are non-functional. See, non-functional testing. What is non-functional testing? Verifying quality attributes. Verifying quality attributes. Quality attributes, performance, look and feel, etc. Quality attributes of the system. System means application under test with respect to non-functional requirements. Non-functional requirements. Okay, forget about non-functional testing. Our area is functional testing. Okay, functional testing. Mrinal, can you tell me what is functional testing? Okay, definition we discussed already. Another classification. What is functional testing? I will explain. I will give 4 options. Is it SDLC model, or test level, or test type, or test design technique?
It is a testing technique, like in which we test the functionality of the application.
Mrinal, testing techniques are white box testing techniques, black box testing techniques, and experience based techniques. Suppose in black box
No, it is
testing,
the test
just a minute.
testing types.
In black box testing techniques, equivalent partitioning, boundary value analysis, those are test design techniques. Functional testing is not a test design technique.
No, test design technique I didn't say. It is the testing type, one of the testing type.
Test type. First you told na test design technique.
No, test design I didn't say.
No. Okay. Test type. Next. Continue, Mrinal. System testing. Same options. Is it SDLC model or test level or test type or test design technique?
It is the one of the level of testing.
Test level. Okay. Test level. Say we conduct functional based on requirements, functional and non-functional, functional and non-functional testing at system testing level. Say we are independent testers. Independent testers, we conduct testing at system testing level. See, basically we have 4 levels of testing. It is out of syllabus. Unit testing, integration testing, next system testing, last one acceptance testing. Say at unit testing, developers are testers. In acceptance testing, end users are testers. In system testing, independent testers like you people. Independent testers are testers. Okay, forget about unit testing, integration testing and acceptance testing. Our area is system testing level. System testing. At system testing level, we conduct functional and non-functional testing. Okay, our Selenium is functional test tool. You restrict to functional testing. Okay, now observe. Functional testing is part of system testing. Okay, but it is not only part of system testing. I will introduce one more term. Observe. Observe, Madhavi. Functional and system testing. Is it correct term or incorrect term?
It's a correct answer.
Why? Functional testing is part of system testing na. Suppose London and UK or Delhi and India. Correct sentence? Delhi and India. No, Delhi is part of India. Suppose India and Pakistan. Correct. Why? Both are different countries. Delhi and Mumbai, both are different cities. Suppose Delhi and India. No, Delhi is part of India. See here, observe. Functional and system testing. Functional testing is part of system testing. Now I am saying functional and system testing. Is it correct term or incorrect term?
It's incorrect because it's part of system testing.
Part of, but it is correct term only. Okay, why? Functional testing is part of system testing. Okay, but not only part of system testing. It is also part of unit testing, integration testing, and acceptance testing. Independent concept. That's why functional and system testing is correct term. Meaning functional testing at system testing level. Observe, Supriya. Any confusion, Supriya? Functional testing is part of system testing, but not only part of system testing, also part of unit testing, integration testing and acceptance testing.
Yes, sir.
Here functional and system testing means functional testing at system testing level. See another combinations. See functional, other combinations. Functional and unit testing, developers conduct. Next, just a minute. Functional and integration testing. Next, functional and acceptance testing. See, user acceptance testing is subset of acceptance testing. Okay, here 4 combinations. Our Selenium supports, observe, Selenium supports functional and system testing. Actually, this is the sequence. First, functional and unit testing, integration testing. Next, system testing. Our Selenium supports functional and system testing and Suleiman. Any other combination? Selenium supports functional and unit testing. Is Selenium support functional and unit testing?
I would say, yeah, it can be yes.
No. No. You tell me, Madhavi, is Selenium support functional and unit testing? No. Functional and integration testing?
Yes.
No. Mamata?
BDDs can be written in Selenium, right, sir?
Pardon?
BDDs can be written in Selenium to execute. Integration level testing
Integration level testing?
can be executed through Selenium.
No.
It supports this, no?
No. See, functional and system testing. Next, functional and acceptance testing. See, end users or customer side people conduct this acceptance testing if required. See, our area is, what is our area, Mrinal?
Functional testing and the regression testing.
This one, in this area I didn't mention regression testing.
System testing.
Functional and system testing.
So sir, why we say only like Selenium or any other tool supports functional and regression?
Okay, they are functional tools only, not performance tools.
Okay.
See, particularly developed for that purpose. See, load runner particularly developed for load testing.
Right.
See, no tool supports all types of testing. No tool support all types of testing. Purpose is there. See, our area is functional and system testing. Means functional testing at system testing level. Okay, now these two concepts, Suleiman. Any queries,
Yes.
Suleiman?
No, it's clear.
Okay. See, as part of this one, functional testing, functional. All of you put mute. Functional testing checklist. Okay, we discussed what is functional testing. Verifying a component or system's functionality with respect to functional requirements. And one more thing, functional testing is test type. Okay. Next, what we test in this area of testing? Mamata, functional testing definition okay, and it is test type classification okay. Next, what we test in this area of testing?
So we can provide the input, and in the functional testing we can provide the input and getting expected some output.
Expected some output. Okay, that is input domain coverage. Next. Okay, Dilpreet.
We check if the system is working as per the requirement or not.
In performance testing also we check system is working as per requirements or not. In security testing also we check whether the system is working as
It's
per
basically the
requirements.
functionality. It's
Yes,
basically the
functionality.
functionality we
Yes,
are
your
checking.
functionality. Okay, okay. I will explain 5 important topics. Concentrate. First one, input domain coverage. See, in functionality testing, 5 important coverages. Input domain testing. Observe Mrinal, I'm saying functionality testing.
Yes.
Functionality. Functionality. What is the difference between functional testing and functionality testing? Supriya, can you tell me difference between functional testing and functionality testing? What we discussed earlier, that is functionality testing, verifying a system's, verifying a component or system's functionality with respect to functionality requirements.
That is functional testing.
See, functionality testing is subset of functional testing. Next, some are saying security testing is non-functional. No, as per industry standards, security testing also, security, just a minute. Security testing also subset of functional testing. See, in functional testing, functionality testing, security testing, these are subsets. In non-functional testing, performance testing, next usability testing, reliability testing, recovery testing, localization testing, internationalization testing, all are subsets. And one more thing, in performance testing also, load testing, stress testing, spike testing, load testing, stress testing, spike testing, all are subsets of performance testing. See, first, input domain coverage. Input domain coverage. See, one of the important area in this functional testing, input domain coverage. What is input domain coverage? Verifying whether system means application under test, is accepting valid inputs or not and preventing invalid inputs or not. See, verifying whether the system, here system means application under test, verifying whether the system is accepting valid inputs as per requirements, valid inputs or not, and preventing invalid inputs or not. This is input domain coverage. Say suppose mobile phone number field is there. For example, as per requirements, it has to accept 10-digit numeric values. 10-digit numeric values. If it is 10-digit numeric value, it has to it accepts. Otherwise, it rejects. Observe, data has 3 factors. Data has 3 factors. One is type of the data. Another is size of the data. Next, last one. One more thing also there, I will explain. First, type of the data. Observe, Madhavi, type of the data. Give example for type of data.
It can be numeric or alphanumeric.
Yes. Alphabets. Suppose customer name field is there, it has to accept only alphabets. That is alphabets. Suppose phone number field is there or customer ID is there. For example, they have to accept only numeric. Next, user ID field is there. It has to accept alphanumeric that time combination. Alphanumeric. Next, alphanumeric and special characters. Dot, star, etc. Special characters. See, this is general type. If it is technical classification, if you take any programming language or scripting language, technical classification, character type, integer type, double type, boolean means logical result, etc. Anyhow, that I will explain in Java module. Just you restrict to general data types, Next, size of the data. Size, Mrinal, size of the data.
Size of the data means like if it is the name field, we can specify 30 characters or phone number, then 10 numbers.
Suppose phone number 10 digits. Next, name character, suppose 22, 30 digits, etc. This is size of the data. Type of the data, size of the data. One more factor also there. Can you tell me, Mrinal?
Yes, it is the range.
Range of the data. Range of the data.
Like phone number should be between 1 to 9 or name should be.
Say best examples for range of the data. Suppose in insurance applications, suppose 1 lakh policy premium amount, 25 to 30 years of age. Suppose if applicant age is, policy holder age is in between 25 to 30. Suppose 25 to 30 years. Then premium amount is 2000. 30 to 35 years, premium amount is 4000. 35 to 40 years, premium amount is suppose 6000. That is range of the data. Say policy value same 1 lakh policy, but depends on range of the age, premium varies. Okay. Next, in banking applications also, for example, fixed deposits, 1 year to 2 years, interest rate 7%, 2 years to 3 years, 8%, 3 to 5 years, some 10%, like data range. Suppose 41 to 46 days, 4%, 46 days to 179 days, 180 days to 365 days, interest rate 6%. That is range of data. Suppose 1 to 2 years, etc. Suleiman, did you understand these three factors? Type of data, size of data, range of data?
Yes.
Okay. See, this is input domain coverage. See, if we enter valid input, it has to accept. If we enter invalid input, it rejects the input and show meaningful error message. See, some applications show meaningful error message, some applications just reject. And one more thing here, field level validation and form level validation. See, if you enter incorrect data, then field immediately rejects that data. Suppose after entering all mandatory fields, then form submission. That is form level validation. See, okay na, Mamata, input domain coverage.
Yes, sir.
Any
Yes, sir.
any queries? Input domain coverage.
No, sir.
Okay, cool.
No, sir.
Good. Output domain coverage. Output domain coverage. What is output domain coverage? Verifying whether the system is providing correct output or not based on input and process. See, verifying whether the system means application under test, system providing correct output or outcome or not. Output or not as per input and process. Say input plus process equal to output. Just understanding purpose. Input plus process equal to output. For example, input 3, 5. Here process, suppose addition operation, addition, output 8. This is output. In another, these are mathematical values. In another scenario, suppose input username, password. Next process is log into application. Next, application home page. For example, application home page. This is outcome. Mathematical value, output. Okay, you can use output term for both the scenarios, no issue. Mrinal, any confusion? Output domain coverage, verifying whether the system is providing correct output or not.
No.
Correct output or not. Okay. Next, one important area, database testing. Database testing. Say, database testing also independent topic. Why? See, in this scenario, database testing is part of functional testing, but it is not only part of functional testing, also part of performance testing. So database testing is independent topic. We conduct database testing in functional testing, but in performance testing also database testing is there, data volume testing, etc. Okay. Now tell me, Suleiman, what we test in this area of testing, database testing. In this scenario, database testing is subset of functional testing. What we test in this area?
In database testing, we will test whether the data are stored properly in the database.
Store properly. Next.
and whether the queries are working properly, and if we can retrieve properly the data from the database.
Okay, retrievals, data retrievals. Okay, Suleiman.
Yeah.
Okay. See, here important operations are, observe Saloni, important operations are data integrity, data integrity, data integrity. What is data integrity? See, data is correctly storing or not, and in correct places storing or not. Data is completely storing and correctly storing. Completeness and correctness. Completeness and correctness. Suppose I entered 3 fields using front end. 3 fields. Suppose marks, maths, physics, chemistry. Every record having 3 fields. I entered 5 records. 5 into 3, 15 values. Suppose all marks, maths, physics, chemistry, all subjects marks entered correctly. I entered 5 records, each record having 3 fields, 5 into 3, 15 values stored. Completeness. But what about correctness? Suppose maths mark stored in physics cell, physics mark stored in chemistry cell, chemistry mark stored in math cell. All records stored but not in correct places. Suppose if you get total marks, you can get correct total. But if you get math toppers, physics toppers, if you want to retrieve math toppers, physics toppers, or chemistry toppers, you won't get correctly. See, completeness is required and correctness also required. Data completely storing or not and correctly storing or not. Getting this point? Dilpreet, data integrity.
Yes, clear.
Next, data manipulations. Data manipulations. See, we generally manipulate data in real-time applications also, based on end users transactions, based on customer transactions or users transactions. Data manipulates. See, data manipulations. Here 3 important operations. Mrinal, what are the 3 important operations for data manipulations?
Adding, deleting,
As
or
add,
updating,
update and delete. Here we have to check addition, updation, deletion operations correctly working or not. Suppose in our database 1000 records are there. If you delete 10 records, next record count is 990. That is checking delete operation. Next addition. Suppose 1000 records are there. After that you entered 10 records, then latest record count is 1010. That is checking addition operation. Next update. Suppose 1000 records only, you modified 2 records with new data, that you have to check. See, data manipulations. Next, data comparisons. Data comparisons. Comparing front-end data with back-end data, or comparing 2 different resources, 2 databases, or 1 database and 1 Excel file, etc. Data comparisons. Next, data, this is not verification, data retrievals. Data retrievals. Say, generally we retrieve specific data. How to retrieve, using SQL commands, we can retrieve specific data. Next, one more thing. Actually, this is not our task, system administrator or network administrator's task, technical support people task. First four testers tasks, last one system administrator or network administrator task. Data backup, data backup and recovery, data backup and recovery operations. See, these are the important operations in database testing. Can you tell me, Saloni, what are the important tasks in database testing? Saloni. Supriya. Supriya.
Yes, sir.
What are the important operations in database testing?
Verifying the data integrity,
Data integrity,
data manipulations,
verifying data manipulations,
data processing, data
data
comparison,
comparisons, next data
and
retrievals,
data
last one
retrieval.
data backup and recovery operations. Okay,
Yes, sir. Yes,
next
sir.
another coverage, error handling. Error handling. Here verifying how the system is handling user unauthorized operations and whether it is providing uh, meaningful error messages or not. See, verifying how the system is handling user unauthorized operations, unauthorized or invalid unauthorized operations. Verifying how the system is handling user unauthorized operations. See, it has to prevent it has to prevent unauthorized operations at the same time and provide meaningful meaningful error messages. For example, use login functionality is there. After entering username and password, we can log into system. I entered username and password and submit. Then it is showing invalid username or password. Yes, it is meaningful message. Then we can check our user ID and password and re-enter. Suppose after entering username and password also, after submission, it is showing enter username. Username field should not be blank like message, that is incorrect message. It has to show meaningful messages. Okay na? Saloni.
Yes, sir.
Next, one more first three coverage is important. Input domain coverage, output domain coverage, and database testing. First three coverage is important. Fourth one, error handling. Fifth one, order of functionalities. Order of functionalities. Order of functionalities. See, verifying whether the system is providing correct order of functionalities with respect to requirements. Correct order of functionalities or not. See, verifying whether the system is providing correct order of functionalities. Correct order of functionalities or not. For example, Gmail login functionality. What are the steps for Gmail login? First launch Gmail homepage, then enter email address and password, next submit. Then you can get your email homepage. Then you can compose email or delete existing emails or view emails, etc. Suppose I want to compose an email. For that, order of functionalities are I want to compose an email. For that, order of functionalities are first launch the Gmail homepage, next enter email and password, submit, then select compose, then compose email and send. This is the correct order of functionalities. For example, after launching Gmail home, immediately it is showing our email homepage. When you try to compose any email, if you try to compose an email, then it is asking username and password or email address and password. It is not correct order of functionalities. Getting this point, Mrinal?
Yes.
After launching Gmail homepage, entering email address, password and submit, then you can get your email home. Then compose or view email or delete email. Suppose another scenario, after launching Gmail homepage, immediately it is providing your email home. When you try to compose, then it is asking email address and password. That is not correct order of functionalities. See, maintaining correct order of functionalities also one of the important tasks. See, these are the important coverages in functional testing. Can you tell me, Suleiman, what are the important coverages in functional testing? Just names. 5 coverages we discussed. What are the important coverages?
We have input domain.
Input domain coverage.
Output
domain coverage.
Database domain coverage.
Database testing.
Yeah, database testing. And
next, fourth one. Error handling.
Error handling.
Last one.
Yeah, and the last one was
order of functionalities.
Oh, yeah.
Order of functionalities. Concentrate. See, observe, Dilpreet. This is our first chapter in our training program. This is general chapter. General.
Yes.
Actually, it is not related to Selenium. In this first chapter, what is this chapter name? Overview of test automation. In this chapter, we discussed 5 topics. What are the 5 topics?
Advantages of automation testing.
First one, drawbacks of manual maintain the sequence. First one.
Drawbacks of manual testing. Advantages of manual testing. Advantages of automation testing. Disadvantages of automation testing. And then
types of software test tools or types of test tools. Next.
Types of then it was
Overview of functional testing.
Yeah, overview of functional testing.
Overview of functional testing.